Got a 2004 Dodge 3500. Today we are going to get this thing in the air on the front as high as we can, and we have to pull the transfer case. So let me show you what we're working with here. You're gonna be able to see it in the dark. See, we got harness here, wire there, hose there. So I don't think we're gonna be able to see it too well, but pretty much that is the transfer case, what is left of it. It exploded going down the interstate with these guys. See the mess it caused when the front drive shaft gave loose. Got the heat shield for the skid plate, and it is a mess. It's a mess. So you can get this thing up in the air on the front, and get back with you when I get there. We'll get some light on it too. Alright, we got this thing up in the air. Got some 6x6 blocks, both sides. And I went ahead and pulled the skid plate out. This is the one under the transfer case. See some of the shrapnel on there. Look at that. Thing is shaped like a freaking hot dog bun. Just to let you know, that's supposed to be flat, not shaped like a hot dog bun. Let's see what else we got hiding there. Like a couple of needle bearings for your U-joint caps, insulation. Believe it or not, that is some of the case to the transfer case. Right here. Got a light under here. You can see the carnage. So here we are. This is what's left of the main wire harness. This is a rubber hose, actually, to the fuel system. I installed a fast fuel system on this thing 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, you can see it hanging right there on the frame. See that rubber hose is the fuel system. This one, and this one right there are your brake lines. You see, when it went, I had no brakes because it cut it. No brake lines. No brake lines. Here's the other end of the harness. And now, look at that transfer case. Its guts are hanging out. Oh boy, no, it's bad. It's bad stuff. See it broke. Oh, should be just this film thing. Broke there. Broke here. The transfer case just grenaded. It just blew up. So that's the sound deadening on insulation. And look what it did to the bottom of the cab. that drive line let go, it literally just beat the bottom of the cab to death. Man, it's bad. Here's what's left. So gears broke. Drive shaft will come loose. Let me slide around. Saw this wire. That wire went around the front of the drive shaft. There it is, right here. Sorry, apologize. The end of the brake line, this red and green wire goes to the fast system, and I mean it just wrapped it up. So now there's the fuel line. It's a mess. It is a mess. Again, we do not know as of right this minute why this transfer case did that. If you guys know, let me know. I mean, it doesn't really matter now because it's DED, it's dead. So now I'm just gonna work on pulling the rear drive shaft. This member here, and just another support member. Main transmission, we'll mount cross member, we're leaving that in, don't need that out. Now, I've never pulled a transfer case. This is going to be my first one. I've pulled this transmission and installed 2 clutches over the years in it for him, but I've never pulled just a transfer case. So I'm going to be learning as we go. Next, get this front drive shaft out, and we will be back with you here shortly. Saw something up here I wanted to show y'all before I unhook these batteries. So I believe it's this one. It's for the fast, and this was the ground. When that cable got wrapped up on that front drive line, it pulled it right out of the eyelet. So, all right, here's what we got. I don't remember where I left off. That's probably like a support with the drive line falls. We used to call them a drive line loop. I think that's all that is. Not a whole lot to it. More insulation. I'll rip that out of there. Yeah, found a needle bearing. I'll come out of the transfer case. It was laid up on this cross member. Let me get down here. What we've got so far. So, drive line's out. I've done it from the carrier. Let me get you turned around. At the back of the transfer case, that cross member went right up under here. Again, not a whole lot. It was good. And so, undone the transfer case bolts, or nuts, I guess I should say. Here. There's one on the top, so there's 3 on this side. And 3 on the other side. Pretty simple. They weren't tight. I just used a wrench, pop them off. Now I'm going to drop the transfer case. So just bear with me. Filming all this on my phone. If you don't have any suggestions for some good camera for this, we've been looking at some cameras, not a GoPro. We're not looking at GoPros. I had a GoPro years ago I was starting to do some fishing, record some fishing. Just I never got into it, but anyway. Tip on these drive lines: any drive line you deal with. I usually deal with the bigger stuff, you know, class 6, class 8 trucks, but I do some 1-ton stuff. Before you unbolt these drive lines, make sure it's unloaded. And when I say unloaded, make sure there's no pressure on that drive line. This one is loose, so this is just to make sure it's loose. You can see you got just a little bit of play. So that drive line, there's no load on it. There's no load on this drive line, because if you take these bolts loose and there's load on this drive line, it will come and probably kiss you in the mouth and keep some of your teeth. Ask me how I know. I haven't lost teeth, but I have taken the drive line to the face a few times. So let me get you turned around. I'm going to drop this transfer case. Let me see how I flip you around here. Let's see. Bear with me. Okay. Again, bear with me. I've never dropped the transfer case. I'm going to let this thing hit the ground, because I don't think I'm going to hurt it. It's got a hole in it, so I'm not going to hurt it. So, bear with me. That wasn't too bad. I hope my big old head was in the way the whole time. But it's out. It is out. Some guts to it. That ring. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to pull this thing out from under here, then I'll get back with you guys when I get this thing out from under here. finally got this stuff on the back of the truck. So, now you can see the carnage here. Huge hole. It is a chain drive transfer case. This end bolts to the transmission. This here, this is a great cutaway transfer case, is your selector. I did discover and was told that this is full-time four-wheel drive, which I did not know. So when the transmission turns, see the shaft's constantly turning, and this is the output. So I don't know how well you can see that. So that's your output shaft. So this is a fork in the big 10-speed. It's called the shift fork. It's splined, and it does not seem to be locked in. Because if it was locked in, this collar here would be turning as well. Doesn't seem to. There you go. Let's turn it just a little. So this shifts that collar, locks it in, and of course this comes out to your front drive line. I believe this bearing is there. It's kind of a grease tube, oil tube. It was in there somewhere. And here is the drive shaft. So again, these wires went to that fast fuel system. It just, I'm not sure about that little red one there. But you see it's dented. So that's junk. See your CV here. It broke this ear. Beat that one out. Beat the cup out of it. Snap ring's gone. That snap ring made it. So when that cup's gone, when this thing let go, I mean, it let go. It let go hard too. So all that is junk. That's junk. I'm gonna call the scrapper. Let the scrapper have it. Because it's bent and beat up, it is weighed. All your drive lines are balanced. We're not even gonna try to repair it. We're just gonna get a new one. This part and that part is online. I quoted the job out roughly 6-7 weeks ago. So these are available, and we got it all out. I'm going to look at a little more carnage under it, because this is the easy stuff. This stuff, we're going to order it. We're going to have it here. Drive lines available, T-cases available. That's the easy stuff. What's going to be time consuming is this, the wire harness. Let me show you another harness I saw under here. Make sure my light's under here. I'm under here. Of course, see, this is where all the labor time gets eaten up. Grab my light. See a little more carnage over here. So I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna get jumped around here. So like this insulation, I'm gonna go ahead and just Got that way, mouthful of fiberglass. You can see the cab, bottom of the cab. It took a beating. That's why the insulation like that. That cab just got the crap beat out of it. But look at this. See that? That plug is just broken. I think this is your transfer case plug, your harness for it to lock your transfer case in. Look at this. Look at that mess. This is the stuff. That's the good stuff right there. And then one of these may be the old fuel line. One's probably a return. Because again, I did put a fast system on here 3 or 4 years ago. So these and that rubber line, that's the fast stuff. These are brake and fuel lines. So that's a mess. This is a mess. And the thing about this stuff, being that this is a 04, these things may be really hard to find. You see if those wires, how close those wires got broke off in that plug. How close that is. Sometimes they're so close, broken off. I might can get a kit, pull these pins out. This might be a amp kit. I don't think they're Deutsch. So transmission seems good. It's free spinning. It's not locked up. That's the breather vent for the transfer case. It's still hanging on. There. What else? That's about it under here. But, yeah, so when you guys call and you got some wiring or electrical issues on your trucks or tractors, it's not always messy like this. This is kind of a rare deal, unless you blow a tire or lose a drive shaft. But the electrical stuff, people, that's what eats it up. The mechanical stuff's not bad. But this is where all your labor time, majority of the labor time on this job, this is where it's going to go. And then these lines, I don't know what I'm going to do with this insulation. I'll just get some of that sound deadening. I think that actually went all the way through the cab. So we might have to try to seal that up. Maybe some of the undercoating, bedliner material, something like that, to seal it up, because it's got some holes in it. We don't want water getting in the cab going down the road. So that's it. Let's go over here and look for a minute. Yeah, fuel line. Don't look bad. Looking over it. Let me get the light turned around so it's not blinding up. So this is a brand new clutch master cylinder I just put in. So I did a clutch in this 2 to 3 months ago. I put a brand new clutch in it, put a new slave cylinder in it. Thankfully that driveline didn't break it, or we'd be buying another one. So this is it. It's going to be a little while.
Got to do some internet shopping, maybe some calling around, see if I can find anything local. And I'll let you know when the goodies come in, or when I start working on this fantastic splicing all this spaghetti back together. All right.